Hi my friends, let's model the part number 92 lubrication body from my collection of 100 parts. The picture shows something, but the drawing shows all. Yes, you see here there are some interesting features like these two holes to be placed in the proper position. Let's start. We start with the plate from the bottom, which is pretty simple with this contour. Dimensions are here. You see 45. The end is round. Radius 30 divided by 2. And this point is placed from the center to 37 plus 3. And the center is placed at 20 here. We apply some constraints. This midpoint must be on the same horizontal with the center point and with the center of the arc. And equal must be this line and this line. Next is one dimension to create a scale. 45. This distance is 20. Radius is 30 divided by 2. And this distance is 37 plus 3. And the last is 74, the length. Okay, finish sketch. F6, extrude on 7. Okay, this is 74 and this is 7, yes? Next is this revolution profile with this axis and these dimensions 19 degrees and so on to the end or to this center. We can create the revolving volume. Okay, let's start. The plane is XY, F7, and now we draw that contour, a line about here, then some steps, okay, this is collinear with the point, with the end. This is center line, and now dimensions. The first is this, including the base plate, 65. This is from up 10. The next is 8. $19 degrees. Oh, 19 degrees. And this is a difference between 35 minus 5 minus 3. You can see it in the drawing. Oh, but measured from the bottom, not from here. This is 35 minus 5 minus 3, and you see it in the drawing. Diameters. The first is 24. Next is 32. But let me apply the coincidence between these to have white lines. And the last diameter is this one of 53 multiplied by 2. Okay, finish sketch. F6, revolve. Okay. Now we have to create this contour, yes, to be placed inside that round, big round circle, in order to cut the external of this and to remain this contour as a volume. Let's do this. We select this plane for the sketch, but we have to project this circle, and we use this view, F7. You see, this is our space of work. Okay, all of these lines, but not the external, must be construction lines. We draw a circle with this diameter, and this is still here, yes, the projected circle. We draw a line from the circle horizontal inside the other circle, and we continue with an arc. Same at the bottom. Now we draw an axis, not project, line, from center to center, and we mirror what is created till now, this line and this line, and this is the axis. Apply. Done. Dimensions are 22, this, and radius 4. But let's place another dimension. You see, this point is placed at 3 millimeters from here. The radius 4 is after that. So the 3 millimeters is more important. I place this here and I placed the dimensions of 3, and this is 4. Good. An arc with this center starting from a point ending to the other. Split this and make another construction element. What about the arc, which must be not, this must have the same diameter, so I make equal the two. No, this is construction, and I wait a little to select the desired curve to be made. So, finish sketch, extrude this without the center. Yes, cut all. This is the result. Now we have to add this cylinder, which is both down the face and up the face. So we use this face, creating a circle, as you can see, and then extrude asymmetric. This is 5 and this is 35 minus 5. Okay, let's apply the chamfer on both ends. Chamfer of 2 millimeters, which is by default, and then there is a hole with a double counter bore. We start from an end, we create a half, and then from the other end 16, 3, 10. Hole, this face, this center, counter bore, 10, tab through all, 16, tab, and 3. That's all. On the other side, hole, this face, this center, but after 10 and all we place 13 and 7 as dimensions. Okay. Now we have to take care with these holes. 1, 2. You can see them here. One is this one along the part but sloped, and the other is this one, which is sloped in another direction, starting from this hole, which is this one. Let's start with this one by creating an axis, this axis, and a point of start here, not outside, because of the sloping entry. Yes, as you will see just now. We use the plane XY because it contains the axis F7, and we draw a line starting from a point of on the vertical of the center point and ending to the generator here. We have to apply vertical between these two, and we respect distances. 32.5 is this. The other is in connection with the axis of this cylinder. 10 on that axis. So I create another line, which is construction line, between the midpoint and the midpoint. Yes, you must remark that these two are now construction lines. Yes, not important, but you have to mind that if you select this as a general setting, you must expect that every line is also construction line. This was not, because it was before. This line was before to select construction setting. We place a point on our line and we constrain the point to be also on the axis, this axis. And now we place dimensions. One is 10 and the other is 32.5. 32.5. Good. Having a line in a sketch, we can select it as an axis, a work axis. We do this axis and we select this line. Now we have an axis. We make the sketch not visible, but I let it visible to see what happens. Yes, I want to make this demonstration. Now I place a point at the end and it seems to have everything I need to create a hole here. I activate hole, I select the point, and now I see that the direction is perpendicular on the sketch. On the sketch where this point was placed. So I renounce to this and I make this not visible, then hole, select this point, and now Inventor waits for me to select the direction. This is the axis and the direction must be reverted. The hole is simple, not counterbore, simple, diameter of 5 and through. It goes out here. Okay. This is placed in an diametral plane. I don't want to see the axis, I don't want to see the point. Good. Now the other. What is its definition? Its definition is to start from this hole, so we have to create that hole, which is on the back, on the bottom face, placed at 7 plus 25 on this direction and 5 from the mid-plane. We create this hole, which is diameter of 5 and depth of 15. So we turn back the part, we place a point on any line 5 millimeters from the center, 5, and 25 plus 7 on the other direction. Okay, finish sketch, hole, not through, the diameter is 5, but distance of 15. Okay, now we have the start for that second hole, second sloped hole, which ends in another hole which is parallel. This is yes, not this, excuse me, this is the other hole, which must encounter the axis. The distance is 5 millimeters. Okay, let's do this. We have to create the plane. Yes, the plane which contains the axis of this hole and the axis of this. Oh, but we know how to make this. Create a plane by creating an axis, this one, and another axis, this one. The plane is now created. This is the plane where we have to create a sketch. F7, we can start from here now, because this is an end point, not like here where the point is inside the part if the plane, if the axis is sloped in this mode. So I draw a line from this to the generator, a horizontal line, vertical, excuse me, because we use a plane, a special plane. Project this line to have a point, and then place on the same horizontal this with this. Yes, they are on the same horizontal now. Good. The distance is 5. 5. Okay. Finish sketch. Point on, let me create the axis first. Axis, I select the line from inside, this line, yes, and now I have an axis which is infinite. Yes, it has no ends. Okay, no matter how big is a part, the axis is outside the part. This means infinite here. Now I create a point on this axis and this surface. Yes, the hole is starts from here. This is a tangent plane, and this direction, and the end is in that hole, this hole. Yes, both of 5 millimeters. Okay. Sketch is no more important. Also the axis and the point. Good. Next are these two holes which ends in the sloped holes. The diameter is 4. The start is on the face, in the middle, and in the center, and the end is in that recent holes. Hole, this face, this center, 4 millimeters, and 2 this axis plus the other face, the other center, and 2 this hole. Yes. Okay. F6. Now there are the last 6 holes placed on 32, symmetrical, at distances of 7, 25, 25. One is on the same horizontal with this. Okay, I create a sketch on a side, point 1, 2, 3, on the same horizontal, I hope. This is X, yes, the same horizontal, placed at 32. That means 32 divided by 2, and then on the other direction 7, 25, and also 25. Good. This is 25, not 24. Finish sketch. What is the diameter? 6. Through. Hole. Through. Of tab. Tab 6. Okay, and now I mirror them. The last feature about the XY plane, as you can see. Okay, this is the part, my friends, and I can show you the interior by creating a sketch here and applying F7 and home. You see, everything is respected. Yes, I cannot place here a drilling machine. I started from here, but it is not important where is the drilling machine. The part has this hole. Okay, you are invited to start from here, this hole, to see what happens by using this manner, a point for start and the direction. Finish sketch, but the sketch must be erased. The material is also steel cast. The aspect is steel cast, and some faces, important faces, are machined. All this, and also here and faces. These two faces seems to be interesting and important, as well as the cylindrical face. Okay, what aspect? Still polished. Eye properties, physical update, almost 1 kilogram. This is all for the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.